Okay, hopefully we should be good to go. So, welcome to Daily Deltarune Boss Challenge number 182, I believe. Yeah, and which is also going to be the... Okay, he predicted what I was going to say. But yeah, this is actually going to be the 10th boss rush, because something I did not notice yesterday is that I actually got every boss in the wheel. Which, first try actually, I don't think I had a double boss this time. Like, ever since the boss rush, I got every single boss. For now, yeah, okay. I would rather you avoid talking about Chapter 5 spoilers, because even though I personally played the thing, some people still haven't, and I don't want it to be spoiled for them. So, we're doing boss rush today, and I tested real quick if the mod was working. I had to update it, but I don't know if it's going to work. I'm not 100% sure. But hopefully it works. It's still only going to be Chapter 4 bosses, because the mod hasn't been ported to Chapter 5 yet. And even then, I don't want to have spoilers in it yet, so we're just going to roll it. And yeah, the no-hit wheel, we don't care about that, by the way. But we can begin. Yeah, and thank goodness, because I would not want to get no-hit. I actually should have removed the... Hold on. Because I'm supposed to remove them from the pool. That would have been funny though, but unfortunately, no, I'm not gonna do it, because like it's not okay, well, this is full team, so I'm only going to be attacking. So we're just going to do violence for the boss rush, and it's only going to be regular attacks. No root buster and or other sources of damage. Well, for Spammed Neo, you know, breaking the hearts deals damage anyway, but it should be fine. And yeah, there is a pretty good chance I hit 3,000 before the 200th. It's mostly gonna depend on if I can get the Chapter 5 bosses as fast as possible video out. I need to work on that, but I'll have to check it like in the upcoming days. And okay, we're just gonna remove that, because that's something I forgot to change when I was testing stuff the other day. We might not want to have Susie that has 10,000 attack. That would be a little bit busted. Okay, we're back to regular attacks. Sorry about that, it's just, okay. So yeah, low tier items, that kind of sucks actually. Here we get Auto Axe. We're gonna get Fiber Scarf, I guess. Yeah, Fiber Scarf for Ralsei. As for the defense and all of that, let's give Spike Band, that's 5, so I can do 3. Do I have anything that's 3 defense, like the Chainmail or something? I don't think I do. I guess I'll use a silver card then. Okay, for this we're gonna get... Dealmaker would be 7.5. But I guess that's fair, it's 7.5 and I have 8, so I'll just remove the other armor. And for Chris... we're gonna do Shadow Mental, which is gonna be 6. Or 5, yeah, that was... Let's do 5.5, and I'll just do Silver Card and it should be fine. Well... yeah, that's the caw-caws. They were pretty funny. Yeah, it is blue. Well, ads are kind of random, I don't know. Yeah, Chapter 2 or 1, it mostly depends on what, how many stats the items give. Like, I have points, like some sort of point system with the stat values, which I should have shared a while back, but I keep forgetting. Basically, for weapons, it's 1 point per attack and defense, and 0.5 for magic. And for armors, it's 1 for defense, 0.5 for magic, and 2 for attack. And basically I get a certain amount of points depending on if it's low tier, medium tier, and depending on which chapter it is. Okay, so we did get full team, so I guess I could do the Mega Boss Rush. Do you guys want me to do the Mega Boss Rush, or should I do the regular Shadow Crystal Boss Rush? Well, yeah, they call him Cakes because that's his name. He says it's called K is short for Cakes. That's what he says when you ask them to present themselves, you know. Okay, well, let's do Mega Boss Rush then, I guess. It seems like most people are, well, I could do a poll, but, I mean, it does take a little bit, and I do want to try and do it quickly. But most people seem to be okay with the Mega Boss Rush, so I might as well. Okay, so I can't use Root Buster, Red Buster, or whatever. I can only use regular attacks to progress the fight, or I guess, well, I could do Pacify, you know, it's still some kind of a basic move, so I feel like that's fair. I will have to see. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep damaging. And for Hammer of Justice, I'll only use regular attacks. Yeah, that's not really I guess that's not really a spoiler, more of a funny moment. Nothing major about the chapter about this. My favorite color is green. I thought it was pretty obvious, but yeah. Yeah, well, it is green. Well, more lime, that's true. I like a lighter green. But then again, there's not really any colors that I actually hate. But yeah, my favorite is more green / lime, with blue being a little bit behind, but yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna reveal anything about, like, nothing specific about Chapter 5, but with the different items and mechanics that have been added for Chapter 5, I'm curious to see what content can be brought in this mod, if it gets ported to Chapter 5 eventually. I hope it does, because not only, you know, it would be better for the boss rushes, but I'm really curious to see what would be added for it. Because there's a lot of potential. It looks like NK has gotten a newfound passion for Kaka. Yeah, again, that's not really a spoiler, but the Kakas are one of the minor enemies of Chapter 5, but they're pretty funny. I guess that doesn't really classify as a spoiler, because it's not something major. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, you know, some of the items are very interesting, can bring a lot of potential for stuff. And it's not just the items, there's even like some of the game mechanics and, you know, acts and all of that. I feel like there's a lot of potential. Alright, we're reaching the end. Am I actually gonna be able to defeat him in 15 turns despite having lower tier items? Ah, not quite, it's gonna be 16. Yes, there is a big bread. And of course, as a French person, I strongly approve of this. Alright, time for Javel. I'm not gonna be able to use Pirouette, unfortunately, because I'm only allowed to use regular attacks to progress the battle. And you know, using Pirouette, that's kind of a support move. Well, colors isn't really that much of a spoiler. I mean, we all know that, you know. We can all kind of guess about this. You know, it's been speculated for a long time, but
I can do anything.
oh, by the way, I'm still going to use Unleash for the Titan, because I did say Pirouette was a support move, but like Unleash is part of the regular progression. I feel like it's fair to use it. And I don't really want to wail on the Titan for like half an hour doing it regularly.
I can do anything.
Well, it wouldn't be really half an hour, but it would still take a while. You've seen my main video. If you've seen my my video about beating the bosses in a weird way, it's it took like what, 15 minutes? Would be a little bit slower because my items are a little bit less. Like I have less attack power. But yeah. And I could use Root Buster back then, and I won't be able to here. I guess gluten intolerance. Wait, is gluten intolerance a thing? Because I know there's allergies, but I don't know if intolerance is a thing like lactose. I know about lactose intolerance, but not gluten. I don't even... Because I know people can get allergic to gluten, but... I don't know if they can get an intolerance like lactose. Can I skip Chaos Bomb or not? I don't think I'll be able to. It's gonna be close, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. 22... Oh wait, I just realized the night fight might be a little bit tricky, because if I can't use Root Buster, I'm not gonna be able to get a lot of damage in. Hello, I'm doing a boss rush. I'm fighting every final and Shadow Crystal boss in a single fight, and one at a time. Okay, so it is basically like lactose intolerance, you know, it can, it's not like, yeah. Okay. What do you mean, who am I talking to, or who are you talking about? Yeah, I know somewhat about Country Balls. I've seen a few things from afar, but yeah. Okay, Queen. So, same thing here, I guess I should focus on attacking. I am going to use a dual heal, though. Well, that's pretty efficient. I guess I do have Dealmaker and Fiber Scarf, so... not how you spare someone, that's true, but... Yeah, but the wheel said I could only attack, so... Although I guess I could still spare, you know, that's not really what the only attack wheel is supposed to mean. Normally I should even discard the wheel, the third wheel because of, I got full team for this. Normally the only attacking modifier is only for solo boss battles. And since I got the full team, there's no point in having a teammate knocked out, so... But you know, I want to add a little bit of a challenge to the challenge, you know? I'm starting to feel like most of these don't feel very challenging for me anymore. It's not like, I know I'm not the best player, far from it, you know, I've seen people pull some crazy stuff in the game, far crazier than I did. But most of the boss challenges at this point, I feel like I've played them enough in a way that I end up not... It's not very hard for me anymore. Even the Chapter 5 bosses, I struggled a little bit with them at first, but now that I've done them a couple of times, you know, training for doing as fast as possible and whatnot, I'm starting to, you know, get used to the attacks and everything, so I'm getting better at them, and they're getting easier, so... The first experience with them was a bit hard, though. I feel like they really, and it's not just because, you know, I'm not used to these type of attacks or whatever. I feel like they really made Chapter 5 a little bit harder than the previous chapters, because I didn't struggle nearly as much during Chapter 3 and 4. Well, except for the knight, but that's a different story. Yeah, there should have been a queen attack where she asks you to get the banana. And yeah, that is the Twitter attack. Yeah, you're right. That's what I always say. That is the Twitter attack. Yeah, we would be able to do this quicker without if we didn't have potassium deficiency. Oh, nice! Actually, I managed to break the shield in 2 turns. Well, yeah, the Mr. Beast song was actually just, you know, the Mr. Beast meme voiced over this track. This is the original track used for that meme. It's a shame some people only know this song through the Mr. Beast meme, because this is really a banger track. And there we go. Time for Spantaneo. I mean, the Sweet Cap'n Cake songs are meant to be short and simple, so it is, and you know, not every single, track in the OST has to be, like an absolute banger. You know, you have to have a theme behind every song. Each song has its place, you know, and a certain theme it's supposed to represent, so... If every track sounded like the boss battles in the areas, you know, it would kind of break the point. Plus, you need to have quote-unquote worse musics to really bring out the better ones, you know, make them stand out more. should speedrun the game. I'm mostly thinking out loud, but I'm wondering if I shouldn't speedrun the game a little bit. Yeah, I know about Dano Draws. He uses the theme a lot too. To be fair, you know, the more time passes, the more I'm noticing a lot of streamers and content creators love to use the Undertale and Deltarune OSTs. Because, let's be honest, they're pretty good, and they're technically, you know, copyright free, so yeah. Although it is something I noticed, you know, in my boss challenges, I've been using the hotel track for the intros since the beginning, and I should update actually. I keep forgetting to do my new intro, but I'll have to work on that later. But, oh, good job, Mike. Well played. And, but yeah, back on what I was saying, I forgot, I forgot what I was saying, hold on. Yeah, I've seen Garrett the character. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, I use the hotel track in my intros for the streams, and but I keep having the shared ad revenue because of this. And I remember too when I posted my Deltarune videos a while back, since Toby used a publisher for the OST. They keep copyright, well, it's not really a copyright claim, you know, I don't get like fully flagged, but I do have shared ad revenue because of this, and I actually appealed the original videos, and which I won, because like I said in the appeal, you know, Toby Fox has stated multiple times that he allows for people to use his tracks in their videos. And, but I keep forgetting to do the appeal for Hotel because, well, I don't get that much revenue from the streams themselves, from the ad revenues, so... No, they didn't really boost it, it's always been, it's just that the F1 always heals 50% of your HP. So normally in a regular fight, you know, Chris has 120 HP, so it's a 60 heal. And in the Weirgraph version, since you have 160 HP, it heals you 80 HP. But it's actually just 50% of your max HP all the time. And it's automatic. If you have like, if you edit your save out, you have like 10,000 HP, it's gonna give you 5,000. NK, stop getting rage baited through because of the night. You're getting rage baited so hard that you actually rage baited me with ERAM. Come on. There we go. Alright, this should be the last one. There we go. Time for Tenna. Well, in this case, I could attack, but I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to deal enough damage. I'm still gonna try, let's see. I'm sorry, man. Oh, and I even have the boost from the sword route. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna attack, unfortunately. It's way too fast for me not to attack. I'm sorry, Tenna, I'm about to beat you up, you don't deserve this. Yeah, between you. Oh. Ooh, bad placements. Well, I guess, you know, about the animated animation, I guess they just have more durability than we originally thought. And I think, you know, there was like some sort of earthquake that allowed him to get out, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry, Tenna. miss a note? I guess I expected it to be on the left and got surprised. Top 3 songs in Deltarune. I don't really have any major favorites, but if I had to pick, I'd probably have, well, it's probably going to be the boss battles because, you know, those are pretty memorable. And if we exclude Chapter 5, you know, to avoid spoilers, I would say, hold on, I'm thinking. Probably this one, Black Knife, and Attack of the Killer Queen. Those are probably my top 3 if I had to choose, I think. Okay, well, I just jumped into that one. Not much I could do about it. There's no static, though, for the transitions. Which is a bit of a shame, because that's part of the fight, you know, that gives the whole vibe of the fight. It's part of the vibe. These things are getting infested. A lot of them, and it instantly cuts. That's, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be a rough one, probably, because I can only use regular attacks. No root buster. Oh, I only have 2 revivements. That does mean I can keep healing, but this is going to be hard. Especially since I only have 2 revivements, and I put the Shadow Mantle on Chris. Okay. I need to keep healing. I forgot to grab items for the night fight. Oh, and yeah, the HP requirement is increased in the boss rush. That might be rough. Well, at least it's gonna be challenging. That probably should have hit. Toby is the knight. The knight to C3. Why does Roblox use AI for everything? Because David Baszucki does not know how to make his player base content. He keeps only making decisions that satisfy the shareholders, but without any actual consideration for the user base. And because the shareholders have absolutely no idea what is actually like good for the user base. I swear to God, if I somehow... Never mind. I was gonna say, if I somehow no-hit this, I'm gonna be pissed considering what happened the other day. But obviously I fumbled because I started talking. Oh, and yeah, the Shadow Mantle is working now. It's actually working. Unlike last time. I don't know if you remember, the last time I did a boss rush, the Shadow Mantle did not want to work. only in the solo boss rush. Lazy? I don't know. Maybe. Everyone in hometown like a minimum wage. Yeah, but if it's a minimum wage job, then there's no way people would care enough about the job to actually respect shifts, you know. They definitely, you know, there would be the night missing in some cases, and I feel like one or two might overlap with each other just because they don't actually care about it. Because I work at a minimum wage job, and I can tell you they definitely wouldn't care. Although that is a new theory, you know, instead of, you know, being Rudy, Carol, Papyrus, Des, whatever, it's actually everyone but the fun gang is the knight. Well, except for a few characters that we know for sure are the knight. Like Toriel, basically, for example. Wait, no, not Root Buster. Oh wait, I was about to use Ultra Heal. Or Better Heal, but yeah. Matt Kaufman is the, if I remember correctly, he's the head of Roblox security. You know, in terms of, you know, user safety and all of that, you know. He's the head of user safety on Roblox. Oh, dang it. There goes my healer. Well, I still have 2 revivements. I should be okay for now. Spent a night, imagine. Well, no, because I'm using the deal maker right now, and so it wouldn't be. Oh, I didn't think that was it. Okay, well, last attack. I thought it would be a little bit longer than this. I expected it to take another like 4 or 5 turns. Ouch. Okay, I'm fumbling on the attack. What am I doing? No, I can't lose here. Oh, god damn. Okay, I need a heal. I only have 1 revivement left. But the revivement can't heal 50% of a character's HP, so I'm gonna use it on Susie. And go with the heal. There we go. Okay, so time for the Titan. I forgot I need TP for this. Okay, I do need to heal, so I'll just use a... Well, yeah, I could have used dual heal, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna use any healing for now. I just hope I don't get Chris knocked out. Damn, how are these hitting me? Yeah, the Titan is pretty humanoid looking. Okay, I'm gonna use dual heal because I don't want to risk it. And it is a full heal for the first time, so... too many red ones. It's hard to actually get some TP. Damn. Yeah, the Titan is Toby during the foam shower incident. Elite ball knowledge. Oh, there goes Rossi again. Well, I can still use Unleash, so... Huh. Funny how Chris and Susie were in a similar pose. I never noticed that. Why does it say Titan's defense drop? Oh, because Rase is knocked out, so... I'm missing on a bit of damage, which is a shame, but... okay. Wait. Didn't I have... Oh, wait, no, I used the other revivement, that's right. Yeah, I know the Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny meme. I don't know if I prefer the Spawn track over Guardian, but I do agree that Spawn is pretty nice. It's a pretty cool track. I do feel like we're gonna see a lot more of this track during the last chapters, though. Okay, let's just... well, I don't have any more items, so that kind of sucks, but... Look who's aura farming now. Well, I took a hit. That kind of ruins it. That would be cool if I could just not move, but in order to be 100% sure to not take damage, you'd have to get Brighton. And I kind of forgot about it, so... Just need to break part of it so I can get a safe spot. Okay. Oh, that was close. That's a shame. Well, Moodbuster is a classic. It's still a classic, you know, and it's not bad by any means, but at this point it's not like... there are better tracks at this point. Okay, I'm gonna get another dual heal just to be sure. I do want to have enough HP before starting the Hammer of Justice fight. Damn! Dude! I shouldn't need to move! What is going on now? I used to be able to stand perfectly still and it would be fine. Yeah, well, no, I can only use regular attacks. That's one of the rules for this challenge. I guess I could have used dual heal here. Well, I might as well do it now. Oh yeah, it is getting worse. Well, whatever, it's fine. Well, the Titan isn't really that hard once you know it. You know, there's a reason I beat it in 4 turns. It has the shortest possible amount of turns among all of the bosses. Along with Queen, but Queen is just because I like overly optimized it, whereas the Titan is much easier to eliminate fast, especially since you okay, instantly disappears. Like if you have the black shard, it's super easy to beat fast. Like even during my first playthrough, I beat it before the 3rd unleash. Yeah, the Titan is the real fraud here. Okay, so I can only use regular attacks to gain stars, but that I can still heal with Rase because that doesn't give any stars. So honestly, it should be fine. Because I can still get a heal constantly with Rase. yeah, Gerson shows up to help defeat the Titan and then just proceeds to fight the Fun Gang. The Titan is just an appetizer. Hammer of Justice is the real deal. What are these hammer placements? I've never seen that. That was insane. Yeah, Kirsten pulled a no reverse. No, I didn't mean to. I keep doing it again. Remember the other day when, you know, I was doing a solo Rouse and Chris was knocked out and I kept healing Chris accidentally? You know, Chris watching in despair as he sees Rouse trying to heal him a third time. Wait, I just realized something. The field of pink and gold. Huh. I want to look into that. Well, I guess, yeah. Okay, we're getting into the final attacks. Got a friend in me. Yeah, but in this context, it's a little bit more unhinged. You do have to realize this is Toby Fox we're talking about, so obviously it would be a little bit more unhinged than this. Hence the friend inside me. Hitboxes are a little bit whack on this version of the fight, on the last attack. And there it is! Thanks for playing the mod, blah, I've already seen that. And yeah, the mysterious letter. But there it is, that's the Mega Boss Rush. So yeah, and with only regular attacks. I did use Unleash for the Titan, but you know, if I hadn't, it would have taken like 20 minutes, and honestly, I'd rather not spend 20 minutes on a single fight, considering there's a whole boss rush to do, but that was fun. You know, even with low tier items, there were a few moments where it was close. I don't know why I got hit so much during the knight's final attack, but I guess that's just my skill issue. But yeah, and NK is still going on with it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you for watching.